Oh, so you own everything. So that's all your stuff. Now, you were saying something about the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, we got, that's all we want, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, I'll be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, the motherfuckers cash it out for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got all that money. I mean, I'm counting niggas' pocket, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? Now, how many albums is over there at Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style and there was 2 other ones you was talking about.
Yeah, you know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac that took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's gonna be left on Death Row? So he gotta make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying?
I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute I'ma fuck you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a motherfucker right now, so I'ma fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
You didn't put that on the internet.
Leave me alone, cuz. I'ma fuck you up. Leave me alone.
Man, nobody wins when the family starts feuding like this. Imagine someone in your own circle constantly talking down on your name, throwing shade non-stop. What would you even do in that situation? At this point, the whole clash between Snoop Dogg and his cousin Daz Dillinger is turning wild because this is like the 10th time they've gone at it. Daz just dropped another video calling out Snoop again, claiming Snoop tried to move behind his back and lock down music they made back in the Death Row era. But tonight, Snoop finally said he's done with the back and forth, and he sent a message straight to him. And that's rare because Snoop never jumps online to address anybody. Remember when he performed at that Trump event and everybody started coming for him? Snoop never hopped on his social media to defend himself back then. Yeah, he did an interview about the whole situation, but he wasn't stressing enough to jump on Instagram and clap back at everybody. So you can tell he's really heated this time. That's exactly why he fired off this response toward his own cousin. And let's keep it real. Snoop didn't exactly deny what Daz accused him of, so there might be something there. You'd hope that since they're family, maybe Snoop is lining up something bigger, like selling the whole catalog and eventually cutting Daz in with his rightful percentage. That's possible. But Daz isn't buying that at all. Daz fired right back at Snoop saying, "Yo, he mad now," and then claimed Snoop is trying to mess him up business-wise by taking everything he made on Death Row with a forged signature and skipping out on royalties. He even said once Snoop got the label, he'd been using their royalty money to pay staff who make more than the artists. Daz kept going, saying, "I sued Suze back in the day. Should I do the same too? Cause it's all in my name. The publishing numbers don't change unless you a thief. You can't starve me out. I'm independent. I run my own ship. Always have you little." And he let that energy fly all the way. Man, prayers up for everyone in this situation, because this back and forth is wild. One minute they're cool, the next minute they're blasting each other online like they never shared history at all. Now the crazy part in all this is how fast things flipped again. Folks online are looking at both of them like, how did family turn into this? Because every time it calms down, another accusation pops right back up, and the streets are already whispering, saying this whole situation got way deeper than music, way deeper than royalties, and it been building for years.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not on Death Row. Corrupt is on Death Row.
Okay. Oh, so you guys, so he's on Death Row by himself, and then you are independent.
Yeah.
And then what about the group?
We still together. We got shows together.
No, I'm saying the group on Death Row, because wasn't the album coming out on Death Row?
Yeah, the album came out on Death Row.
Okay.
And then I got kicked off of Death Row again from Snoop.
Damn,
got into it. Me and Snoop, that's my cousin. You know, he get into it all the time. He kicked me off. So, I ain't going back this time.
Yeah, you ain't going back? So, because obviously you guys are related. So, what is that conversation like? Because you're like, yo, fuck you, no, fuck you. And then you guys still got to talk later on.
He did a show and didn't take me. So I figured, like, why what's going on? He's just like, you ain't sign your catalog over to me. And I'm like, I'm keeping it. You know what I'm saying? It's worth a lot.
Okay.
So, that's what it's about, because, like, he owned the label, but I own the publishing.
And that is valuable.
Yeah, that's more valuable than the ownership. So I'm just like, I could take my bones and go, as long as my house and everything that I got is paid for, and I get the Tupac royalties, I get all my royalties, you know what I'm saying? That's just another part of just Death Row because Tupac and Dr. Dre are separate from Death Row.
Yeah.
So it's like, all the albums that Snoop had on Death Row, and it deplenished now. He only got 3 albums on there. Okay. All them records, everybody took their records back. So, he only got Doggy Style, Dog Father, Murder Was the Case, the Dogg Pound, which I'm coming to get, and my solo album. After them, but you only got about 3 albums left on there.
Yeah. So can you explain for the average fan or listener how this went? Because he acquired the rights to Death Row.
Yeah.
And then
but he didn't have to pay us from the past. He has to pay us from when he acquired it from 22 on up.
Okay, so everything from there. And then along with the catalog coming over, you guys had the option to take your portion of the catalog?
No, he still had the portion of the catalog. I just filed for my copyright reversion.
Got it.
Which means everything revert back to me after 35 years. Some people don't even get to see 35 years.
Yeah.
And other people like that. So, like that, I'm requiring getting my shit back.
Yeah.
He know his business game.
Yeah.
People close to the situation claim this tension been brewing since the Death Row days, and neither side ever fully let it go. That's why every time one of them speaks up, it feels like a fresh spark hitting old gasoline. And trust me, with the way both of them been talking lately, it don't look like either one is backing down anytime soon. And now everybody's watching Snoop real close, because when he finally speaks on something, he's not just venting, he's making a point. The way he addressed Daz had folks saying Snoop is tired of keeping the peace all the time. He's usually the calm OG that stays out the drama. But this time, his tone felt different, like he's done letting family matters spill all over the internet. Meanwhile, Daz is doubling down, saying he's not letting anybody rewrite his history or take what he built with his own hands. That's what got the whole internet talking, because this isn't some random industry beef. This is 2 cousins who helped shape a whole era of West Coast music going at each other in front of millions. And seeing it play out publicly like this has everybody wondering how far they're willing to take it next. What really got people talking is how the business side started mixing with the family side. And once that happens, things never stay simple. Fans are already pulling up old interviews, old studio stories, trying to figure out where the tension really began, because this didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Some folks swear Daz been feeling overlooked for years, while others think Snoop been carrying weight for the whole crew and finally got fed up. And the wild part is, both of them played major roles in building that classic West Coast sound. So seeing them clash like this hits different. It feels like watching 2 pillars from the same house swing on each other instead of fixing the roof together. Now the whole culture is holding its breath, waiting to see if they're gonna squash it behind closed doors or let it keep exploding online for the world to watch. And now everybody's wondering who's gonna step in and cool this off, because usually when families start slipping like this, somebody from the circle steps up and pulls them both to the table. But this time, nobody's saying a word. Even folks who used to be right beside them during the Death Row era are staying quiet, like they don't want to get caught in the middle of something that's been building for decades. Fans are even tagging old collaborators, hoping one of them might speak up, but the silence is loud. That's what makes the whole situation feel even more serious, because if the people who know them best aren't jumping in, that means they know this is bigger than a quick phone call. Right now, it looks like both of them are standing firm in their corners, and until one of them decides to move, this tension is only gonna climb higher. Jump in the comments and let me know. Do you think Snoop is moving greedy toward his own family, or is this just how business goes when money and music get mixed up? I want to hear what you think. And before you dip, make sure you subscribe to Dripzine, hit like, share the video, drop a comment, and help this video grow by clicking that hype this video button. It's free for you, but it means a lot to me. Thank you.
I'm saying the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flum my face like, yeah, we got it. That's all we wanted, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop is involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, cash out for their catalog, and then he sell that shit, and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got all that money. I mean, I'm counting, but I got my own pocket. You know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's gonna be left on Death Row? So he gotta make new catalog, and that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying? Making new content, you know what I mean? And
now you still have albums and stuff over there at Death Row, or what do you have over there? Now, are you part owner of it, or?
I'm not an owner.
Okay.
No.
Now, do you own anything over there, or do you write anything?
My publishing and my rights and all that other type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Songs of Songs is in publishing deals. So you might have this one song, you know what I'm saying, there's Doggy Dog World or something. So somebody might sample that song. And now you got different songs made off that songs that you get a piece of that catalog. Now your catalog is a little bit more longer now. I mean, you know, I got all the Tupac stuff, that's separate though. You know what I'm saying? But the Death Row stuff from Gamma on up, not from the past. I'm talking about Gamma on up, you know what I'm saying? From 22 on up. Just like you said, I'm gonna give everybody back to the publishing. Get live. You ain't paid nobody since day one. You trying to start out. But you can't start me out. You can start them other out, but everybody complaining over there. I just want what's mine, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you haven't got paid for any of your stuff, or how does that work? They just able to take it and it just becomes theirs,
I mean,
or?
You know, that bankruptcy shit, Snoop bought this shit and now, from 22 now, got to pay us. And right now they in there trying to change all the percentages. I don't know what they're doing to say, here, this is what we owe you. You can't just come up with a number and all that other type of shit that the split. I mean, y'all doing this. Listen, you guys are really accepting Suge Knight paperwork. All that paperwork Suge Knight had in there that you let me see was fraudulent, because you told me, and I got the same paperwork, because my lawyer got the same paperwork where people was forging people's names and all that shit, and you're still abiding by what he got, because it's so much money. Like I told everybody else, Death Row makes so much money, you got to steal. And losing everything that you work for. Who named you gonna hurry up and put it in, sign it over, just to, you know what I mean? The pandemonium and panicking.
Wow.